I was just researching something about a topic I wanted to make a video about, especially or more focused on a specific game, which I think is totally underrated. But for comparison reasons, I wanted to see if this particular game would show up in any MMORPG list from that specific year, and I stumbled upon this video showcasing the most popular MMORPGs through the years from 2004 to 2021, which is quite fascinating to see. And I wanted to make a quick recap, mostly for myself, on what games I've actually played at around what time and how popular they were around their time, so to say. So we can start right off. I will pause it immediately to see what the chart is starting with, and right off the bat, the first three I don't even know. I've never heard of them. Fantasy Westward Day, I don't know. Legend of Mirror Free, never heard of it. Westward Journey 002? Sorry. The first one I've heard of and played is Ragnarok Online, but that's not when I played it. I played it around maybe 2008, I guess. 2004 for me, when I was about 10 years old. I've played like Mario 64 and stuff like that. No, probably not. That's probably the time I played Warcraft 3 on the family computer, just to annoy my parents all the time. So RuneScape and Lineage, I've heard of them, not at that time. Lineage I've never played, still haven't played that. RuneScape, I still haven't played it, but I heard more about it since it is one of the biggest MMORPGs to date. Nexus, I don't know. World of Warcraft I've played a lot. We'll talk about it when I've played it, which is probably around 2008, 2009, when the Watlock or when the Lich King update came. After Lich King came out, mostly around the end of Lich King, where I started playing World of Warcraft. Maple Story I've played, but not too excessively. I've never been more than like a couple hundred levels or something like that. Lineage 2 never played, but heard of it. Yulgang Online, never heard of it. Mabinogi, I've heard of it, but never played it. EVE Online, same. And Dofus and Flive. I think it's Fluff in English, or Flive probably, because yeah, Fly. Those two I've played excessively, but not around 2004. So you let it run for a bit, and we see that Fantasy Westward, I don't know, probably a Chinese game or some type of Asian, maybe South Korea or something like that, which has 11 million players. Same for the other two, for 5 million, which is crazy. So we let it run for a bit, like to see if something special happens, but RuneScape is getting a lot of traction, and Ragnarok as well, same for Maple Story. And yeah, so 2005, nothing too special, just the top switching a little bit and stuff. World of Warcraft gaining a lot of traction, and all ones gaining a higher population overall. RuneScape probably at its peak, I guess. Okay, 2006. 2006 could be around the time I've played live. Massively. Excessively. Like 2006 was for me, what was it? Middle school, 8th grade or something like that. Yeah, should be. Should be 6th, 7th grade. Yeah, that's when I played 5. The majority, as well as Counter-Strike Source. I think, yeah, it was Source. Which is still, until today, my most played game on Steam. 1,600 hours or something like that. Just to think about it, that's fucking crazy. 1,600 hours. I don't even know how I've put that much time into this. Yeah, sure, I was in school, but holy, that much time. Okay. So, just to get back to the topic 5. I've played that game massive. Like, it is still today one of my favorite games, despite it being absolutely horrendous with its monetization. Like, it was a free-to-play game, yeah, but so I hope that there will be a video coming out from Cross-Try Face on that game specifically in the worst MMORPG series, because that game deserves its own category in terms of monetization. That game was started around 2004 and was way ahead of monetization. That game is on par probably with Diablo Immortal in types of monetization. Like, that shit is for real. I will be going a little bit more into depth why I think, but okay, now back to the actual video. Like, 2006 was the time I played most of, I mostly played Flive and CS Source, and then around, I think 2007, 2008, I switched with a couple of real life friends to Tofu, which I played like, I think, we played on the German servers, which the population was not that big, I guess, and you knew most of the people. We then played to around, I think, 100, something like that. One of my friends even became the world second of I don't know what class he played. I think it was EOP. Yeah, I think it was EOP or IOP. I don't know. Which was the melee class for the game. And he became world second, level 200 of that specific class, which in Dofus was a massive success, because leveling from 1 to 199 was the easy part, because from 199 to 200 required the same amount of experience as all the other levels before combined. Like, you had to do that whole journey again, just that you could farm more experience because you were level 199. So 2004 it was now I don't want to say I only focused on I also played Ragnarok in that time and Perfect World and other stuff that came out at the time. I think Maple Story as well, but not too excessively like Flive and Tofu. And then probably around 2008, 2000, was it already Whatlock? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was 2008 where I joined World of Warcraft and played the fuck out of that game, which was not good for my what are they called? For my senior years at my school, I guess. Because my grades did plummet there. Yeah. Not the best life choice. But I'm still thankful for the person who introduced me to World of Warcraft in general, which was actually a female classmate of mine. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Now, what else? Yeah, that's right. Around, when did it start? 2010? That was my senior year, where I got my the high school diploma. I'm not sure. I've graduated from school, and then I've played Dragon Nest, which is still to this day one of the greatest game I've played. That game was absolutely amazing, and it had the most unique class that I've ever seen in a game, because it was a action combat style game with some dungeons and open world grinding and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if I'm confusing that, but it had was it called? Was it Dragon Nest? Dragon Nest Lord. Yeah, it was Dragon Nest. Yeah, that shit was amazing. So I've played, like, I'm the typical stereotypical warrior player, and Dragon Nest had the Moon Lord class, which it was such a unique play style, like such an amazing class to play. It felt great, and the mobility was on its on a separate scale even for that game. I loved that class, and I loved the game because it was a lot of fun. So I've then probably started around 2010 maybe, and excessively played Dragon Nest. I don't know what did I play then. I'm not sure if I played it that long, because it doesn't. Oh, maybe I've played it for a year or something like that. But something happened to the game which changed it, and it didn't make any fun. Which changed it, and it didn't make any fun anymore. Oh yeah, World Wars 2 I played a lot, especially in the beginning when it released. Terra I've played a lot, but that was, yeah, in the beginning, like every MMORPG. It's in the beginning, and then you've seen a lot of stuff in this game, and there's nothing much to do. Maybe your friends quit or something like that and stop playing. Same goes for Dragon Song Online, or Dragon Sang Online, and Neverwinter. I've played them both a couple of times, but never really got into them. Yeah, Final Fantasy, still not played it. That's the only game, I guess, that I've missed out so far. Elder Scrolls Online played, but not that much, or not that excessively. Maple Story, yeah, a bit, but not too much. World of Warcraft, I've probably, was 14 was Mist of Pandaria? No, later, that was Draenor, I think. Warcraft. Add-on released this thing. That's a push. I don't care. It was 2010, 2012, 2014. Yeah, that's where I rejoined Lords of Draenor. Yeah. And that is when I yeah, that is about when I finished my what's it called, apprenticeship, I think it was the right word. And then I haven't had that much time to play other offline games again. or for the longest time. I started studying around 2015, where what did I play? I played World of Warcraft on and off, and then mostly single players, a lot of CSGO, to be precise, a lot of Black Desert Online. But only in the beginning. I've never grinded, so I've made it to end game and defeated a couple of board bosses and stuff like that, and upgraded some of my stuff. Like I think one of my weapons still, or my character has still a weapon with 150 attempts to upgrade it from plus, I think it is 10 to Prime 1 or Prime, which is, fuck, I should have had it with around 70 or 80. I've wasted more money on upgrading that weapon and repairing it than it would have cost to just buy the Prime 1 weapon, which is, yeah. Yeah. Which actually made me quit the game, not gonna lie. Is there anything? There's a lot of stuff happening, and the numbers are kind of scuffed because I still think 2017 World of Warcraft have been a little bit higher. Oh yeah, Albion. Now that I see it, I've played Albion in the beginning a lot because I loved the art style and the idea of the game. The problem was that all the beta testers had already formed their massive circle plans, and on day one rushed into the high level zones, pulled away any of the high level mobs and looted the chests there, which made them gain so much silver. That was kind of crazy, like, to think about that stuff in advance. Like, they exploited like the easiest preventable mechanic. But yeah, I love the idea of the gathering system in Albion. Maybe I should check that out when again. I think they've made a lot of community changes. You've had to actually mine stuff to increase your level with that profession, and then you could, yeah, you could increase, or you had to farm and upgrade your and then unlock tiers to gain the tools to farm the higher level tier stuff, which is the same principle that New World uses, but Albion did it in the beginning a little bit different by not hiding, but having separate tiers, and the amount of experience and time you had to invest made it almost impossible to skill everything. Like, you could theoretically max out your character, like unlocking everything. There was nothing stopping you from it, just your time. And that is something I actually really like. It also rewarded you for playing with the same type of weapon throughout the game. It also punishes you if you switch weapons too often, because you would then have a lower tier, or you could not equip the same tier of weapon. Which kind of nice. Like, if you compare it to a real life scenario, I think immersion is there, because if someone trains like the sword for 25 years, yeah, he's probably absolutely amazing with the sword, but does not know shit about a spear. So immersion wise, that was the right approach in my opinion. But yeah, the Albion had the end game zones were full loot PvP zones, where you had no chance against. In a 101 you had a chance, but 1-on-2 was almost impossible. If they were not brain dead, you had no chance. Yeah, I've seen it down here again. That's Tree of Savior. That's something I've played as well, quite a lot. I think I've got a couple 100 hours on Steam, but yeah, kind of different, the game. No, Realm of the Mad God I've played as well. I'm not sure if... Did I miss? Was it not that popular? There was a game, I think it was called Atlantica or something like that. Yeah, maybe it does not show in the list because he said he's using data from Google and it requires a certain amount of registered accounts, meaning that it probably did not. It was probably not there because it was probably too small. It was kind of an interesting game. You had a team of, or a team composition of, I think, 9 characters and a turn-based combat system, which I thought was kind of nice. All the characters had different classes, like a frontliner, a backliner, a healer in the middle, and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Problem was you had to equip every one of them separately. Yeah. And the PvP was scuffed as fuck. Yeah, Blade and Soul, I've played it a bit. Maple Story. So yeah. Dragon Nest is holding long. Like real holy. Holy shit, that's quite long. But it was an amazing game. It still is, but I think they had to change the name. Or no, there was something else. They merged with another game or another game publisher. Something like that. And you had to reclaim your account until a certain time, or they would just straight up delete your account. Which I, yeah, did not do. Meaning that my account got... Which is sad, because I really loved my Moon Lord. I still think that was one of the funny, or one of the most entertaining classes to play. But yeah. You know, never get of that game. There's a lot of Chinese, or not necessarily Chinese, but Asian type of games. Sing 2 or Gong or something. Gang and Life is Over It. Or Mabinogi. Never played any of those. Legend of Mirror 3 still on the spot, like don't know what Nexus is. Still don't know what Nexus is. Most of the top right now around 2017 I've played, like Dragon Nest, Black Desert Online, Maple Story, not RuneScape, not Lineage, Elder Scrolls Online, Ragnarok, not Final Fantasy, Dragon's Song, World of Warcraft, Terra, Blade and Soul, Perfect World, Dofus. Yeah, and then it was Star Wars: The Old Republic I've played, but not too much. Yeah, and not a lot of things happen. Like Desert is kind of going hard. Lineage somehow made a push. There's not a lot of things happening. There's no... I think New World is coming out in this list as well sometime, but there's nothing too crazy happening. Oh, Ragnarok. Still, most of the MMORPGs so far are long running ones. Like they Most of them were titans of the genre by this time. Yeah, and there's... Can you... Nope, you can't change the end card. Yeah, the world front 2021. Yeah, that's probably all. I still think that there are some games missing that not made it there. But overall that was quite a comprehensive list type of stuff. What games I've played over the years. Quite nice to see. Thanks for the video. Viviamus Ferias. I don't know. I'm probably butchering, so I'm not attempting to do it. Like, if I release this as a video, I will probably link the video in the comments, so check it out for yourself.